It looks like Michael B. Jordan is actually happy that his relationship with Lori Harvey didn't work out, and recently came forward and spilled some beans on the toxic environment the Harveys have been living in. And according to Michael, the gruesome atmosphere in the family is mainly created by Marjorie's manipulative acts, and you won't believe what this guy says about Marjorie's love for control. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So you all know Steve Harvey, a proud father of many kids and a respectable head of his extended family. However, by what it looks, he may not be the true boss in his own clan. And as Michael B. Jordan recently revealed, it's Marjorie who controls every single thing, including Steve himself, and her manipulative nature plagues the atmosphere in the house. Well, apparently Michael is relieved to have avoided the bitter fate of joining the family because, his relationship with Lori had been getting quite serious until they split. While Michael and Lori were a remarkable couple, and some even claimed them to become the next power couple, they decided to break up after only 1 year of dating. And despite numerous allegations, no one of them ever shared the real reason behind the separation, and many fans suspected something messy, and apparently, it wasn't just a feeling, especially after Michael proclaimed 2023 his lucky year. So, many people wondered whether Michael was truly grieving after losing Lori, and seems like they got the answer. The actor has never been that happy in his life because he couldn't even restrain himself from shading his ex-girlfriend on Saturday Night Live. When presenting a musical guest for the evening Drake and 21 Savage performing a song to promote the pair's latest work, he mentioned that the album title was quite relatable for him.
Performing a song off of one of the most relatable albums of all time.
While it always seems that the separation only concerns two people who has been in the relationship, Lori's parents didn't hesitate to chime in and shade Michael in return for his jab at their precious daughter. And as the actor believes, it was Marjorie who got offended that her precious child was publicly shaded by her ex, while in fact, he should have been devastated by this breakup. Well, Marjorie certainly loves Lori more than anyone else, and apparently, she nudged her husband, Steve Harvey, to slam Michael in return. Yeah, Steve cares about Lori a lot, but it seems kinda weird that he would decide to throw some shade on his own. It's so unlike him, and Michael suspects that it was Marjorie who made him go on Twitter and post this thing reading "Love Yourself, my G." I can only be happy for Michael in this story because he most certainly didn't feel comfortable dating Lori, and always being under the microscope of Marjorie, and it to him felt like if he wanted to pop up the question and become a part of the family, he would have been forced to dance to Marjorie's tune as well. While it's evident that Michael was head over heels in love with Lori, her mother plagued the relationship and dictated what kind of attitude everyone should develop from Michael. If you remember, in the beginning, Steve Harvey was 100 approving of Lori dating the famous actor. The comedian couldn't find enough words to express his respect and admiration toward this young man, and apparently, only Marjorie's vicious words could change his opinion so drastically. Since the very beginning, the actor has even received Steve's seal of approval, and the comedian publicly admitted that Michael was the right person for his daughter, saying he's just a good guy. If he wasn't, get him out of here, cause I have ways. But I can't say nothing bad. Man, he's just got a great family man. He's a spiritual guy. Steve continued speaking highly of Michael in many other interviews, and even admitted that he would mind if Lori and Michael would tie the knot. Well, knowing Lori's insane dating history, and I'm not even going to mention some wild rumors about her past romances, Michael B. Jordan actually looked like the right person to her, and while everything was leading to wedding bells, in fact, the couple ended up making headlines with their sudden breakup. And as Michael believes, Marjorie played a huge role in this, with her choking grip in the entire family. It's not a secret that Marjorie likes to be involved in everything what's going on, especially considering her criminal past, but apparently, she cannot get rid of old habits of ruling over everything and everyone. Marjorie has little respect towards other people, and her controlling nature plagues the atmosphere in the entire family, and that was something Michael wasn't able to tolerate. Many fans are happy for the actor because getting involved with this family could result in dramatic change in his life, and not for good. As one user commented, his parents are probably breathing a sigh of relief. Michael doesn't realize what a huge bullet he dodged. And another user mentioned that Michael was patient only because of his deep love for Lori, because Marjorie's toxic nature is not really a secret. Here's what this person wrote: Marjorie ex-husband told us everything we need to know. Not to mention Steve left his second wife for trap queen Marjorie. Well, Marjorie certainly knows how to manipulate people, considering her life is full of unexpected twists and adventures. And every time when all other people around her suffer, get broke, or end up in jail, Marjorie emerges unscathed. And the question is, what tricks could she have possibly pulled off to surround herself by luxury and wealth? This lady has always had a thing for rich men, and it's hard to believe, looking at this elegant and sophisticated woman, that she had actually started as a wife of a drug dealer and was one step away from ending up in criminal chronicles and not on fashion magazine covers. Apparently, Marjorie knows how to manipulate people, and everyone has always been ready to sacrifice their own life for her. Like, guys, look at Steve Harvey himself. He left his second wife Mary without a hint of hesitation as soon as Marjorie hinted the comedian finally had a chance to be with her. And here's more to tell. Steve had basically robbed his ex-wife and did everything to leave her with nothing. No money, no alimony, no child custody. And some even suspect that Marjorie had become the missing link that could explain Steve's beef with his second ex-wife. According to Mary Lee, she found proof that Steve had been cheating on her, and guess who was the lucky mistress? The very same Marjorie who later convinced Steve that he should take everything from his ex-wife and keep money in the family. Well, it's more than clear that Michael B. Jordan didn't want such a life for himself, and probably was worried that marrying Lori could lead to actually sharing his wealth and everything else with the Harveys in case of divorce. Well, Marjorie herself is not a stranger to getting out of divorce and leaving her ex deal with mess, like it happened with her first husband, Jim Townsend. There's no doubt that Michael simply didn't want to deal with the same level of scandals, knowing how graciously Marjorie can manipulate and control people. And if you somehow missed the story about Marjorie's first husband, let me do a little recap for you and just say that the guy had been sentenced for life in prison for trying to buy 88 pounds of nose powder of fun, if you know what I mean. And while both the FBI and DA were suspicious of Marjorie helping him deal and run this business, Jim cut the deal with the feds and admitted his guilt, letting his wife walk free. Marjorie's gratitude was so huge that she got tired of visiting him in prison and decided to divorce the guy after 5 years, jumping into the bed of another dealer instead. Well, it only proves that people don't give enough credit to Marjorie's sky nature, and this woman would ruin everyone to get what she needs. And what surprises me most in this story that this woman was able to barely escape the prison and end up getting married to a millionaire comedian who was trying to win her love for more than 18 years and even convince him to adopt her kids and give them his last name, including Lori. Well, yeah, Lori Harvey, the daughter of a famous comedian, sounds way fancier than Lori, the offspring of a drug dealer. The identity of Lori's biological father is not public knowledge, but many people consider that it's another drug kingpin named Darnell Woods, who Marjorie had been married to after her divorce with Jim. By what it looks, this lady knows her stuff, and as Michael believes her bossy nature got her everything she has now, including wealth and reputation. And if you think that Marjorie's manipulations ends here, hold tight to your seats as I tell you that she bosses Steve Harvey to that point that he even began to neglect his biological kids and directed all his fatherly love, attention, and money to Lori. And apparently, such favoritism created a lot of misunderstanding in this blended clan, and Steve's biological kids feel jealous and betrayed. Well, it's not even a secret that Steve is fully absorbed with Lori and her life, and he constantly talks about her and spends a lot of time with his stepdaughter, while his other kids don't get the same amount of love and attention. As some sources reveal, it's all Marjorie's control over Steve, and who knows what else she dictates in this family. It seems like Michael B. Jordan is lucky to have escaped this circus, because with Marjorie's toxic control, there will never be true happiness in this family. As one fan wrote, we can tell that she is the final boss just by how Steve talks about Marjorie. It's like there is a sniper rifle aimed at him. And another user added, that's one of the unspoken rules in Black families. Mom can be the most evil, narcissistic person in the world, but you're not supposed to address it or you hate her. Well, it seems Marjorie certainly has a lot of influence on other family members, and they have to seek for her approval in almost everything they do, including the people they interact with. And what do you reckon? Is Marjorie truly manipulates everyone in this blended clan? And was Michael lucky not get involved in their drama? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about celebrities and their dramas. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon.